Good morning, everybody, and this is your Wall Street, your Dow Jones day trade setups for today, the 6th of February. So, just starting off from the weekly, a couple of things I just want to highlight here. This triangle is still very much in play, and at the moment it's a flag as far as I'm concerned. So, strong move up, consolidation. Last week was a range bar, absolutely no idea which way to go. And if you look back in 2021, this was an area of interest, and we're back in this area of interest at the moment. We do have a crossover, and we're pointing up on the oscillators, and they are separated. So that's interesting. And then we've got a moving average crossover here as well. So everything here is pointing towards a bullish flag. So obviously we'd need to see a decent break of that flag before that plays out. If we take a look at the 8-hour last week, you can see tails to the downside, tails to the upside, range bar, range trading. It is not my preferred method of trading, so I stay out of it. It is also, as far as I'm concerned, barbed wire. So when you've got tails to the upside, tails to the downside, it's complete confusion. Nobody knows which way is going. We don't really have an idea of a trend, although we are in an upward trend here. So you can see above the moving averages in a slight upward trend. Oscillators have crossed over, pointing down ever so slightly on the 8-hour. But when we start looking at the 3-hour, a bit of a different picture. They've eased off quite a bit. So you'd expect heading into oversold conditions shortly. But again, look at all those tails all over the place. We had 2 weeks of this now, and it is not something I like trading. So overhead resistance is quite strong. That's this top of the triangle, 34,200 area is kind of where we're bouncing off. Until we get through that, I think this trend is more than likely just going to continue going sideways. Now, if you look at the hour, let's just put this level in here. You can see quite a bit of structure with this area that we're coming up to, which is 33,815. And then in amongst here, there is a whole lot of absolute chaos. So every one of these tails that you see here are going to potentially offer support. So we've got a very strong area of support here. I'd expect us to come back down here and then bounce off this area. We do have a crossover of the moving averages at the moment, so that could be the start of a bearish break, but I'd want to see a proper break to the downside, to be honest. And when you look at it on the higher time frames, it's going to be an interesting one, because I think you'll find support lower down here on the higher time frame. So for me at the moment, this is a clear sit on hands. There is opportunity on the S&P and the DAX, but on the Dow Jones, it could be a range, could be a bit of a break to come and test 3300, 33300 area here. There are a few gaps to the downside as well. So I think clear cut. We do have a crossover, but we haven't had a retest of it yet. So I wouldn't take that as gospel just yet. And if you look at what happened Friday, non-farm payrolls is what caused this. So you could see complete confusion. Number was really bad. So we buy the bad news, then we decide, oh no, hang on, we should be selling bad news, and we sell. And then going into close, we don't know what's going on. So there's nothing you can read into this. Above and below the moving averages, when you see that, and it's 2 days in a row that happened, market is confused at the moment, not knowing what to make of what right now. So my opinion is sit this one out, wait for this structure to break. If it does break to the downside, you'll probably get a bit of a short trade down onto the trend line at 33,300, 33,200 area. That's my view, but I think it's going to take a lot to get through this area. So you probably, most range traders will be looking to buy here, but I want to see some decent structure before jumping in on this, because this kind of chaos is not what I like trading. Anyway, so I'm sit on hands. Hope that helps. If you are going to trade this, pay very close attention to this area. It's also the middle of the triangle, so it's going to impact you one way or another. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.